Hello students, this is Kamaljeet Sharma, PGT Accountancy, teaching accountancy for grade 11th and 12th in Cambridge International School, Dasua. This is the e-learning platform initiated by Cambridge International School, Dasua during the crisis time of this COVID-19. I hope this platform will help you to study at home very conveniently. This session is for the subject of accountancy for grade 12th commerce. Today we will start the chapter number 1, that is accounting for not for profit organizations. This is also called non-profit organizations, that is NPO. In this chapter, we will cover the topics like meaning and concept of not-for-profit organization, characteristics or you can say features of not-for-profit organization, difference between a not-for-profit organization and profit-earning organization, then meaning and features of receipts and payments account, difference between receipts and payment account and cash book, meaning and features of income and expenditure account, difference between income and expenditure account and profit and loss account, difference between receipts and payment account and income and expenditure account, then fund based accounting and preparation of income and expenditure account and balance sheet from receipt and payment account with additional information. Now we will discuss the difference between receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. The first basis of difference is purpose. Now receipt and payment account is prepared to show difference between two sides showing cash or bank balance at the end. Whereas income and expenditure account shows net result of activities undertaken during the year resulting in surplus or deficit. The second basis of difference is nature. Receipt and payment account is a classified summary of cash transactions showing receipts and payments under different heads for the period. Hence, it is a real account in nature, whereas income and expenditure account is just like profit and loss account, and therefore it is like a nominal account. Now, the next basis of difference is form. Receipt and payment account records receipts on the debit side and payments on the credit side, whereas income and expenditure account records all the expenses and losses on the debit side and all the incomes and gains on the credit side. The next basis of difference is balance. Opening balance means cash in hand and bank balance in the beginning, and closing balance means cash in hand and bank balance at the end in case of a receipt and payment account, whereas in income and expenditure account opening balance does not exist, and in closing balance at the end is either a surplus or a deficit. Next difference is the capital and revenue items. In receipt and payment account, it records receipts and payment items of capital as well as revenue in nature. Whereas in case of income and expenditure account, it records incomes and expenses during the accounting period which are of revenue nature only. Items of capital nature are not recorded in this account. The next is content. Receipt and payment account records receipts and payments during the year whether they relate to past, current or succeeding year, whereas income and expenditure account records incomes and expenditures of the current year only. Now comes the adjustment. Receipt and payment account follows cash system of accounting, that is cash basis of accounting. Therefore, no adjustments are made. Whereas income and expenditure account follows accrual system of accounting and therefore adjustments are to be made for prepaid and outstanding incomes and expenses. Now the point is depreciation. Income and expenditure account records non-cash items, therefore depreciation can be recorded in this account. But in case of receipt and payment account, it records only cash items. Non-cash items like depreciations are ignored in the receipt and payment account. Now we will discuss about the balance sheet. First, we will discuss the meaning of the balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement that reveals the financial position of an organization at a particular date. It shows assets, liabilities, and capital fund. It is prepared in the same manner as that for a business firm. It is prepared after the income and expenditure account. Then any surplus or deficit in the income and expenditure account is transferred to capital fund, where capital fund is equals to total assets minus total liabilities. Now what is opening balance sheet? It shows the balances of all the assets, liabilities, funds and reserves in the beginning of an accounting period. It is usually prepared to ascertain the capital fund in the beginning or any other missing item. Now, why there is need for preparing the opening balance sheet? In case the capital fund is not mentioned in the question, not given in the question, then to ascertain the capital fund, to find out the capital fund, we need to prepare opening balance sheet. All the opening balances of assets such as building, furniture, outstanding subscription in the beginning, etc., and all the opening balances of liabilities such as creditors, advance subscription in the beginning, outstanding expenses, etc., are recorded in this balance sheet. The excess of the total of the assets over the total of the liabilities is regarded as capital fund. Now, what is closing balance sheet? Closing balance sheet is prepared to assess the true and fair financial position of an organization at the end of the accounting period. Following points should be kept in the mind while preparing the balance sheet. In order to prepare balance sheet, you have to keep in mind number one, expenses and incomes. Expenses that are outstanding or prepaid and incomes that are received or receivable or received in advance will appear in the balance sheet as assets or liabilities based on the nature of the respective item. Second point is special receipts. Special items like specific donations for building, sports, etc. will not appear in the income and expenditure account. Instead, they are shown as liability in the balance sheet. Then surplus and deficit. Balancing of income and expenditure account will either give a surplus or a deficit. This surplus or deficit is then added to or reduced from the capital fund balance and only the net amount is shown in the balance sheet. The next point is assets. Amount of assets that are shown in the beginning balance sheet are to be adjusted for all current year transactions relating to the respective assets, which includes purchases of assets, sale of assets, depreciation. Such adjusted amount will then appear in the closing balance sheet. Then comes the liabilities. Amounts of liabilities that are shown in the opening balance sheet are to be adjusted for all current year transactions related to respective liability, which shall include payments made against them or additional liability being created. Such adjusted amount will then appear in the closing balance sheet. The next comes the loans and advances. Opening amount of loan taken should be adjusted for all repayments made during the year against it, and only the net amount should be shown as a liability. In case of advances, opening balance should be adjusted for all the amounts recovered during the year, and only the net amount should be shown as an asset. This is the format of opening balance sheet of a non-profit organization. On my left hand side, liability side, here it is bank overdraft if there is any bank overdraft, outstanding expenses, advance subscription, and on the asset side, cash in hand, cash at bank, fixed assets, investments, outstanding subscription and prepaid expenses. If capital fund is already given in the question, then we will write the capital fund. But if it is not given, we have to calculate it. Total of asset side minus total of outside liabilities, that is just like here bank overdraft, outstanding expenses and advance subscription, will get the balance of capital fund. That's why it is written as balancing figure. Now this is the format of a proper balance sheet of not-for-profit organization. On my right hand side, there are asset sides. Few assets are given: building, that is opening balance, add addition, that is if there is purchase of the building, less depreciation, you get to know the closing balance. Same like furniture, opening balance, add addition, minus depreciation, minus sale if there is any. Then comes the current asset, cash in hand, cash at bank, subscription in arrears, accrued interest, investments in the form of building fund investments, sports fund investments, prepaid expenses like insurance, rent. You can also write here subscription receivable, that is on my left hand side there are liability side, capital fund or general fund or the corpus fund. This is one and the same thing. In the opening balance we will add surplus or less deficit if there is any. Same here, building fund, add opening balance, add donation for building, add income from the building fund investments, and we will deduct if there is any expense. Then sports fund, opening balance plus donations plus income from sports fund investment less sports prize awarded. Then current liabilities like outstanding expenses, rent, outstanding rent, outstanding salaries, electricity charges, water charges, or subscription received in advance. These all to be recorded in the balance sheet of the non-profit. So in this session, we learned few more items related to the preparation of financial statements for a non-profit organization. I hope today's lesson would help you in understanding the basic concepts for a NPO. It's homework time now. Revise all these topics and learn it by heart, because these topics are very much important while preparation of financial statements for a not-for-profit organization. In the next session, we will continue our next topic. Till then, dear students, to stop the COVID-19, stay home. If you don't think about yourself, think about your loved ones. So stay home please, but study regularly.